Well, the hunt that we're going to be sharing with you guys on tonight's show actually has a history that goes back a couple of years for us now. 2 years ago, in 2017, while hunting with my good friend Andy Coker, we had a group of bucks come in behind a hot doe in mid-December, and there were several good bucks with them, including a very, very nice looking 2-year-old 8-pointer. We knew right then that this deer would have great potential in the future and looked forward to watching him grow. In 2018, I had several different encounters with this buck, including on opening day of muzzleloader season, and I ended up letting him go. It wasn't very easy at the time, but as we knew that if he would make it through the 2018 season and get to 2019, that this deer would probably make something pretty special. Once we started getting those first trail cam pictures of him in 2019, we knew that we had made the right decision, and it was time to set up a plan to try to get on this buck. We hope you guys enjoy following us along as we're trying to get on a great Middle Tennessee deer. Well, while Emery and I are just kicked back in our blind watching these turkeys feed, Jack calls me and says, "Man, I think I might have just messed up." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "I just let a shooter buck go past me." And he said, "I got him on camera, but I didn't ever get to shoot." It turns out the sun was right in Jack's face, and he just couldn't tell what buck this was when he was first filming him. By the time he figured out what it was just too late. He had filmed the very buck that we were in there after, and saved his life for at least a couple more days. He had been following a hot doe, and took her up into this patch of woods that's in front of him here. We knew at that point that we had 2 or 3 days to catch that buck walking around in this area. We knew that he would stay in there with that doe. So the next day I was right back in there waiting on him. Well, the second day being after him was kind of slow. We saw quite a few deer, not really any good ones. We knew that the buck we were after was still locked down with that doe up there in that wood line just at the top of the screen that you keep seeing. I knew eventually if I would stay patient enough that he would come back out with his girlfriend and I would get my chance. There's 213 yards. Oh, man. All right.
Here come the deer slayer.
I'm ready to go get my hands on him. You can see him laying right there, Jack. Let's get up there.
He's on up there, huh?
I see it. Sniper camera there. Go down and drop in this little ditch. Got my buddy Jack with me.
Yeah.
We've been on many hunts together.
This is the best part right here.
This is the best part. This don't get to happen too terribly often, but when it does.
We're kind of picky. People think we're crazy.
I think I owe this buck here to Jack for filming the other day and let this one get past him, I think. Yes, sir. Man, he's got some junk going in there too, man. We've had kind of a tough season. I mean, not tough. We've seen a lot of deer, but we just couldn't get the ones that we wanted in front of us. And got that bad weather coming this afternoon. We decided to come on in here this morning. It's 55 degrees, and that's not really what you want, you know, when you leave the house. But man, when it's the rut, it's the rut. And this dude had his girlfriend with him. She just left, and it got him in trouble this morning. Here's a little bit how this played out. We had hot does in here Thanksgiving morning, and they've got a lot of bedding cover out through here in this little area we call Buck Alley, and they just cruise through here. They have for years. They always have. And we've been setting up on either end of this bedding, just knowing that something was going to come out on the one end or the other. This morning in all that wind, I thought that there was a tree down there blowing around in the wind, but upon further investigation, it was antlers on this deer right here. And it's pretty cool when you get one you got history with, deer that you watch grow. We've seen this deer since he was 2 years old, and he's a special deer to us. I didn't even realize he had all this stuff going on. I mean, hadn't even paid attention. There's just so much character on this deer, and
I mean, look at the base.
Definitely one of the most unique bucks I've ever shot. So, got Dad one now, and got me one. Jack's turn.
I tried to call his dad and ask him how long I should make Brandon wait to come see this deer, but he wouldn't answer the phone. So
That's right, Dad. He tried to get me back for you.
We came in early
We did.
for the range.
I couldn't feel any more blessed than I do with this one, man. I mean, what a great deer. That's exciting stuff there. Exciting stuff.